Thanks for tuning in to another video. So for today, I have the Soundcore A30 that just came out, and I'm going to do a quick unbox and go over some first impressions, and I'm also going to compare it to the long-standing champion of sleep earbuds, the Sleep A20. Is it weird that I keep the boxes? I have boxes for all my stuff. Is that crazy? But I did get these for when they first came out, and I used them actually quite frequently. So I'm going to go over a comparison between the two quick, and we'll talk about what features are new to the A30. So let's do a quick unbox here. Not much to see on the sides, but the back gives you some of the features that are included now. You got the Active Noise Cancellation, the snore masking, the AI brainwave, and of course these are supposed to be very comfortable. So let's open this thing up. Okay, nothing in the top. Okay, so what the Soundcore, the A20 and the A30 have is that you could connect them obviously to your phone, which you have to do, and you can play music from your phone and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But then also you can actually have music, or mostly just like soundscapes kind of stuff, saved to your earbuds, and then you don't even need your phone at all. And now they do have a quick toggle to go back and forth between them, which is actually a little bit hard to do on the A20. So that's already a big improvement. So let's keep going. And let me just show you the guide that they give here. And I'm just showing you how to put it in your ear. Hopefully you could figure out how to do that. And I think this is like the lime green or something I got. It was like white or this color. And I try always not to get black and white. So it's just a little different here. But a little thicker than the A20. I'll show you that in just a minute. But let's see if there's anything else in the box, right? We got our stuff here. There's some explanations. Let's keep going here. This is all the good stuff. This is where all the buds are. Now, if I could open it up, that would be great. Okay. So I don't know if I could fit this all in the video here at one stop here. But you do get these wings, which fit on the edge of the earbuds. And these basically kind of just hold it in place real nice. And they're all very soft. So it will sit on your ear very nicely, and you get two sizes on that, and the medium is already on there. And just a fun fact here, I thought it was actually one of them was bothering me a little bit, and I thought it was too big, and I went smaller, and that actually made it worse. So the bigger bud sometimes is a little more comfortable because it just takes up more surface area. And then we have the buds here. Look, we got 3 of each kind here. And now this is the regular over here, the silicone tips, and then this should be the memory foam. And this should be a little more comfortable that we could try out. And this is an upgrade from the A20. This was not available on the A20. I don't know what's in here. Little charger. Why not? Wow, that is a tiny cord there. But USB-A, USB-C. And that's basically all that's in the box. So let's talk about the comparison between the A20 and the A30. Let me just show you the buds, the differences with those, and the differences with the case. The case actually gets a very big feature, so I'll talk about that in just a minute. Let me get some of the stuff out of the way. So this is the A20. You can see there the different sizes. This one is a little bit thicker and chunkier for sure. We still got the same lights on the top. The end lights are for each bud, and then the light in the middle is for the actual case. And these are actually kind of cool. It's a little hard to do at night, but they slide open. And I usually just feel for the back USB-C over here, and then I know I'm in the right direction, and I just push it, and it opens up real easy. And let's talk about these. Let's keep going with a little bit of a more unboxing and discovery, right? Let me get rid of this little sticker. And kind of a different color. And these are the wings that's on there. And you can see these are very slender. So I'm a side sleeper, and these are actually very comfortable. So these fit in there, and they're very low profile. They don't stick out at all. I think this is the medium ear bud on here and the wingtip, so you can see the differences there. Still got these little 2 covers here, so this is supposed to be creating excellent passive noise cancellation. That's what they look like. These actually go back in the case a little weird. I always get it wrong. But basically just have to figure out where the magnet is, and they just slide in there. So we got lights inside. That's one thing I noticed right away here. There's no lights on the A20. And again, these are actually very hard to put in the night. If you kind of wore these for a couple hours and you wake up in the middle of the night and you're still kind of sleepy, you just want to put them away, that's awesome. A little extra benefit. These are things that Soundcore just thinks of. I mean, that's a little feature that you wouldn't really think about, but actually is really important. Now, what is the big improvement from the A20 over here to the A30? Well, you get active noise cancellation on this. This was the biggest feature that was missing on the A20. The A30 gives you active noise cancellation, and it is supposed to instantly cancel the low frequency noise that's, in your bedroom, in your sleeping area. And then again, both of these have excellent passive noise cancellation. So even the A20 here, when you put those in the ear, it mutes out the background noise quite a bit already. And then basically for the A20, you have to, play your music to block out the noise. So it has to be loud enough or louder than the surrounding noise. With the A30 here, I am very excited to try out the noise cancellation. That, I think, is going to be a game changer, and this would make these the best sleep buds around, I think. I don't know how Soundcore does this, but supposedly the active noise cancellation kind of has some sort of ear canal adaptation tech so that it adjusts to your ear and it will modify the noise cancellation based on your ear structure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to test that, but I'll just test it on my ear structure and we'll see if it works. Now again, the comfort on these, if you're a stomach sleeper or a back sleeper, no problem at all. But even a side sleeper, these are super comfortable. Maybe on my full review, I will show you how they fit in my ear. So if that doesn't get you to subscribe and like and share, I don't know what will. I mean, you will see my actual ear, and I'll put these in there. That would be kind of cool, right? All right, but again, these are very low profile. You can see here, no problem at all fitting these in the ear, and these are very flush with the ear. There's no pressure on the ear at all. These I could wear all night with no problem. Now, some more stuff that Soundcore supposedly has on the A30, which is a new feature. So it has an AI-generated system here. It actually tailors some frequencies of the sound in each ear, and it supposedly syncs the brain waves and gives you some calming patterns to help you sleep. I don't know if that works. I have another pair of sleep buds that supposedly have that, and I can't tell a difference of it doing anything. So I don't know if this might be better. We'll have to see. Now, you do get 9 hours of charge with the buds, so definitely all through the night. And then you get 45 hours if you use the case, so you can get several charges with that. Now, the other big issue between the A20 here and the I don't know this yet, but the other big issue with the A20 here is that the software was actually kind of terrible. It was not intuitive at all. It was very hard to actually access the features. They were very hidden, and it was very hard to set up the buds the way you wanted and to download the soundscapes onto your earbuds. It was very hard to do, and to go from the settings, from the Bluetooth settings to the earbuds only settings. It was actually very hard to use. Now, they did update it a few months after it launched, but it wasn't the greatest app. So I am hoping that with the A30, they have updated everything, and it's going to be even better than before. And hopefully, like I said, those new features will be very easy to find. But in my full review, I'm going to go over all the features that worked and didn't work on this, and go through all the features in detail on the app. So I'll show you how to set everything up. This is just a kind of a quick first impressions here, just to show you what's available and how this looks and what was different between the A20 and the A30. But stay tuned for my full review where I'll wear these for a few nights. And I do have some noise in the bedroom, so I will be able to actually really tell you if these work, because I have been woken up several times in the night and I reach for these, pop these in, and go right to sleep. It actually is awesome. But every once in a while, if the snoring is a little extra loud, these don't fully block it out. I mean, they do a pretty darn good job, but just not 100% there. With these, hopefully with active noise cancellation, that's going to be a game changer. And the other big feature is that the noise cancellation is not in your phone, which is how most earbuds set up stuff. They have your phone set up to detect the snoring and to modify the volume in the bedroom. The earbuds will modify the sound based on what your phone is picking up. But then, of course, you have to have your phone sitting right there, and you have to give permissions for your phone to be listening to everything, which you may or may not want to do. But for the Soundcore, the A30 has the ANC built into this and the snore detection built into this. So we will modify the frequency, the duration of the snoring supposedly, and match the noise with some modified active noise cancellation to minimize disturbing you, which is going to be really awesome. So stay tuned, and I will give you a full review on this. Thanks for watching, and remember, tech gadgets and other great ideas. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.